Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy.jazztime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 31 mid-size reference 277200 in lavender or purple or violet or and I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this watch. Then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar OP31s, Oyster Perpetual 31s. Then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement. Finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start just with a little history. Now, the Oyster Perpetual is Rolex's basic line, most basic line, and that's because it has the most basic movement, which is just time. No date, time. 3 hands, minute, hour, and seconds. And with this, it becomes Rolex's most inexpensive collection. Now, but with that said, it doesn't mean it's the most inexpensive, because Rolex does a really smart thing here, and they do a lot of funky colors on their OP line, their Oyster Perpetual abbreviated OP line. This is one of those colors. So sometimes these funky colors in their OP line, Oyster Perpetual line, can be even more expensive than their more expensive collection, which is the Datejust. All right, now you got a little bit of background and history. Now, where does this watch stand in the lineup? Well, the new pastel colors have come out just recently in 2024. I think maybe 24 and 20, or maybe 25. I think it is. They just came out recently. And before that, in 2020, the OP line got a refresh, and they had some changes that went to them. One of the major changes was that the colors were very, very funky. They had like bright red, yellow, like a forest green, a Tiffany blue, so on and so forth. And then in 25, they made another refresh, got rid of those old colors, replaced them all with these pastel colors. This is one of the pastel colors. They do a pink, a beige, a pistachio. They kept the Tiffany and so on. And they even added another very funky Jubilee dial. They had a celebration dial, etc., etc. Okay, but what we're looking at here today is the pastel dial. I think it's a 25 release, and it actually sells above retail because of the coolness of the color. Not that much above retail, but it does still sell above retail. They're not easy to get, especially in this really beautiful color. Okay, so that's just a little history and where it stands in the lineup. So let's start talking about the watch, starting with the case. The case is going to be 31 millimeters. They also make this watch in 28, 31, and 34 for women. That's small, medium, large for women. This one's a size 31. It's going to fit most women, I would say, with a wrist size of, let's say, 6 inches or smaller. Could go with this. If you have wrist size bigger than that, maybe you could go with the 34. 5.5 to 6 inches, I would say this is a good wrist size for this 31. Now, with that said, the diameter is 31 millimeters. The thickness is quite thin, something around 11 millimeters, maybe even less, something like that. It's thin enough. It's thin enough to not have to worry about how thick it is. And Rolex really does the best job when it comes to making the right proportions for their watches, and this one's no exception. It's going to be a steel case. The top is going to have a satin finish on the top and a high polish on the sides, and that is in line with the OP look, which is a little bit more rugged, you could say, than the Datejust. For example, the Datejust has a high polish finish, which makes it look much more fancy. This is the entry line, so it looks less fancy, which is not a bad thing. Not everybody likes to have their watch super shiny. Okay, and also it's less likely to scratch, or when it does scratch, it doesn't look so obvious as a high polished part. Okay, let's look at the bezel here. Now, you only get one option when it comes to bezel, which is this dome bezel. They don't make it a fluted bezel. If they wanted fluted, it would be a Datejust. But on their most basic line, which is the OP Oyster Perpetual, you only have this dome bezel. So But that's not a bad thing. If it's very unlikely to damage it, and if it is, it's very easy to polish out. Unlike the the fluted bezel, which is very difficult. Okay, let's look at the dial here. Now, this is really what makes this watch stand out. It's lavender, and it's part of their 2025 collection, which is using a lot of pastel colors. These kind of muted, softer colors, not like this bright, purple. It's a lavender is like a light purple, so it's a very nice color. I like it. It goes with a lot of things. It's, at least as of 2026, it's the in color. A lot of people like it, and it can be worn by men or women. Women can wear this; it's feminine, but men can also wear it. So we've sold plenty of the 41 millimeter in lavender to men. So also a nice color. Yeah, and it has very good luminescent. I like the way that they do the luminescent on here. And you'll notice that at the 3, 6, and 9, you have a singular hour marker, as opposed to on the larger versions, like the 41, you'll have 2 hour markers at the 3, 6, and 9. But here you just have 1 because the dial is smaller. Okay, let's move on here to the bracelet. The bracelet here is going to be a simple oyster bracelet. I'll note to you that as opposed to the Datejust, it has just a satin finish, and at the clasp on a Datejust, the logo is raised, and on the Oyster Perpetual, the logo is recessed into the bracelet so that it cannot be damaged. Actually, it's a pretty nice way to display the crown and make the watch even more rugged, because the crown cannot actually be worn out. I've actually seen the crown get worn out and kind of look a bit worn down. And so recessing it into the bracelet solves that problem. And strange that they do it only on the entry models. And this watch also has a comfort extension. The previous generation before 2020 did not. So that's one of the benefits to this one as well. Okay, let's look at the movement here. It's a 2232. It has a 55-hour power reserve. Okay, time to try this watch on my wrist and give you my thoughts. I like the Oyster Perpetual. I especially like it with these new funky colors. I think Rolex did a genius job of putting their most coolest colors on their most basic watches in order to make these watches actually sell above retail and keep the demand high for them, as opposed to just letting it die. They just left these boring colors: black, silver, white, blue, basic colors that Rolex has been doing for I don't know how long, 100 years. It might get boring, and I'm sure it would be, but they decided to do these funky colors, and it really makes this collection pop. So I like it, and I like the durability. I like the price point. The watch retails for something around, I think, 6,000 and change or something, and we're selling it for not much more. It's around 9,000. After tax, it'd at least be 7. So there's a bit of a premium on it, but that's the way that it goes. A lot of watches have premiums on them nowadays, and they're a lot more than that. So for that small premium, you can get the watch right away, as opposed to waiting at the AD and probably never getting it. So anyways, look, if you like to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in jazz time, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.